Hey guys, KiwiSylveon, and welcome back to Seduce Me to this Demon War. I think we're finally wrapping it up because it's time. We are about to face the Demon Lord, and we just showed Sam why he shouldn't doubt us, and probably also imprinted to his head never to get us mad or violent mad, because we just slew like thousands upon thousands of imp demons. And yeah, we just suddenly collapsed right now due to using all of our energy, apparently. Huh? I looked up to see Sam staring down at me with a deeply concerned gaze. We were safe for the moment, so I merely smiled up at him with a nod. I'm fine. I promise to protect you, like you protect me. His face. I can't get over his face. Sam pressed his lips together and shook his head, glaring down at me before wrapping his arms fully around me and hugging me to him.
You fucking doofus.
Oh, he's such a tsundere. Tsundere. I hugged him back, feeling relief that we had finally arrived at the castle and were about to rush in. As we slowly pulled away, Sam lifted me up to help me to my feet.
You gonna be okay?
I nodded, shaking off the exhaustion from my mind. I was ready to end this. I looked up at the castle gates and felt a rush of determination run through me. Let's go finish this. With that, Sam and I raced forward. The final battle had begun. At the gates, however, stood a figure that seemed to pose almost pridefully in our path. Sam and I stopped our run and took in who was standing in our way. For some reason, he seemed familiar. Who... That voice. My mind finally clicked, linking the voice to a memory I wish I had forgotten. However, it couldn't have been... no way. Sam began to growl almost animalistically at the figure as the figure stepped out of the shadow of the gate. His face was covered by a terrifying devil mask, but I recognized him despite that fact. His white hair, his red skin, there was no way it could have been...
Missed me, bitch? Malix.
At the sound of his name, Malix reached up and removed the mask from his face, revealing a large amount of scars and wounds that were hidden away. Despite this, there was also a smirk plastered from ear to ear across Malix's cheeks.
You're supposed to be dead! You didn't think I actually died, did you? Only pussy little boys like you can get taken out like that.
Yeah, I had to get a picture. My hair froze at the fact that he was still alive. It couldn't have been. I'd seen what had happened to him. He was supposed to be dead. Malix inhaled a deep breath and stretched out his arms, looking around with the largest grin on his face before turning to Sam.
Isn't this the most brutal war you've ever seen? Legions killing each other for no goddamn reason other than to rule this pathetic plane. It makes me want to make popcorn and watch the bloodshed.
Sam glared hard at Malix, taking a step toward him. Malix, however, cackled in response and locked eyes with the incubus.
Of course. I came here for a reason. I can't just sit on my ass and watch. Too bad, though. This is some great entertainment.
Then why are you here, asswipe? Got a real death wish this time?
What makes you think you can kill me? Besides, aren't you trying to save energy to fight your old man?
Malix stuffed his hands into his pocket and leaned back, puffing his chest out and flaunting the burnt insignia on his chest.
I got sent here by the head of hell himself, straight from the top. And I got the best seats in the house to the bloodiest war this plane has ever seen.
Sam chuckled, cracking his knuckles. Oh, he looks so cute when he's smiling in his demon form.
Funny. I thought Satan only gave a shit about devils who didn't get their faces beaten in. Seems like he's getting soft.
Instantly, Malix's face shifted to an angry scowl, making the smirk on Sam's face widen.
Now that you're all hot and bothered, wanna tell me what you're up to before I send you back with your head up your ass?
Well, first...
You're funny for a dead
Oops.
man.
Well, First, I'm gonna paint these gates with your blood. Then wait until this war is over before I annihilate every fucking demon left and make this world a part of hell, just like it was supposed to be.
You're funny for a dead man.
Am I? You tried to kill me once before, dipshit. Look where that got you. Didn't work out so well, did it?
Malix stretched his neck to the side, making a loud, echoey crack sound reverberate through the air. I winced at the sound.
What makes this so funny is that it won't matter who wins this war in the end. Once it's over, I'll send them for my boys and we'll fuck everyone up while they're celebrating. Ha! It'll be the bloodiest celebration this plane has ever seen! Then, we'll seal this world and fuse it with hell, giving Satan a whole world full of demon soldiers and slaves at his disposal. The chaos of this world practically begged for a war to tear it apart. Now the abyssal planes will truly be a part of hell, like the fuck faces of heaven intended.
Not if I make sure you don't get the chance, fucker.
Malix cackled wildly, staring at Salmon with a maddened expression. His eyes burned with insane bloodlust as he licked his teeth.
It's this world's destiny, shithead! Even humans know that demons belong in hell.
No, they don't. I felt myself become angrier at Malix. Demons and devils were completely different, and demons, except for the Demon Lord, did not belong anywhere near hell.
Think about it, will ya? How many brainless humans think that demons come from hell? They put demons and devils together like they're no different from each other. It's inevitable. Every shit stain on this world is gonna bow down to the Lord of Hell, and we'll rip apart the gates of heaven together.
Sam stepped forward once more, cracking his knuckles at his side.
I am so sick of hearing your voice, Malix. Let's just end this.
Oh, I almost forgot the best part.
Malix locked eyes with me, suddenly making a violent tremor run down my spine. His gaze spoke nothing but sadistic intent, and his words made his stare much more terrifying.
Just because I can, after we're done taking over this world, I'm gonna take that human bitch and make her the fuck toy of Satan's army.
Instantly, Sam vanished and reappeared in front of Malix, swinging a punch at him. However, he only made contact with the vanishing after image. Before I could blink, Malix had disappeared and reappeared behind Sam, punching Sam's head and sending him flying toward the castle wall. Sam!
Payback time, fuckface!
Malix flew at Sam's body like a bullet and began to slam his fist into him, the wall cracking and caving in around Sam's body. Stay back. A part of me knew better than to try. Malix probably had a weapon, and if I knew anything about Malix, he would use that against me without hesitation. Whoop. I was out of energy to even defend myself from him, and I was sure that's what my grandfather's protection spell ran on. He wanted to beat Sam before trying to kill him. His pride was one downfall of his that I remembered very clearly. Malix continued to pound punch upon punch into Sam's body, making the body shape indentation in the castle wall that much deeper. However, with a small flash of red light, heat began to erupt from the center.
Get off!
Malix was suddenly forced back from a bright energy pulse as Sam pushed himself out of the hole he was trapped in. Around his body were green, flickering waves of energy pulsating from time with Sam's breath. I stared in shock, watching smoke rise from the creases of Sam's mouth and his nostrils, as he formed a large sword in his hand. Something in his eyes was burning, and he fueled it with rage.
Ooh, got some fire this time, huh?
Malix raised the arm at his side, forming a large sword with a red blade and a chain connecting from the hilt to his belt.
Well, so do I.
Malix and Sam rushed at each other, slamming their swords into each other with reckless speed. I couldn't understand how Max gained the ability to be as fast as Sam, but something about the devil was very different from the first and last time I had seen him. He was much more cocky, and there was some sort of strength within him that frightened me much more than before. However, I felt that Sam still had the upper hand. There was no way he would let Malix win. Sam flipped over Malix and slashed his back, opening the fabric of his vest, but not deep enough to make contact with stick in. Malix snarled and spun around, reinitiating their clash of swords.
What's wrong, pretty boy? You seem to be holding back.
I don't need to waste energy killing you!
At last, their swords slammed again against one another, a screech echoing through the air. Both pushed against one another, snarling into each other's faces.
It's pointless, Incubus. This world is fucked.
Tell that to Satan when you die!
Sam suddenly lifted his foot up and jammed it into Malix's chest, kicking him back towards the castle wall. With a grunt and the crack of broken ribs reverberating through the air, Malix slid back and glared at Sam. However, the glare quickly died into the look of sadistic amusement as Malix rolled his shoulders and stood back up, as if he could just shrug off the injury. Around his body glowed a bright orange and red flame, causing waves of heat to pulse through the air around us.
You want a final showdown? You got it!
Sam, with a smirk of his own, stood tall with a fast-growing green and red aura surrounding his form. The faint outline of dragons danced within the tongues of the flames, as Sam seemed to charge a powerful attack.
It's over, Malix.
I watched as they each both charged up their final attacks and forced their palms up toward each other. Green and red orbs of light shot out from each of their hands and collided, followed by brilliant rays that pushed them forward into each other. I had to shut my eyes, blocking the flash of light from blinding my vision before looking back and seeing the bout with a gasp. The air around the orbs pulsed heavily, whipping in all directions, fueled by both the demon and the devil. The orbs ground into one another, lightning and flame bursting from the minuscule space between them. Both opponents had their eyes locked onto each other as the earth around them bent and bowed away from the collision of their power. The green orb seemed to quake with the shadows of dragons in its center, pressing against the wall of the orb and forcing it forward against its obstacle. Still, they were somehow equally matched. How could this be?
Give him your remaining energy, child. It is the only way to end this.
The voice of the dragon rang in my head as I stared at Sam. His face was tightened into pure anger and determination. He was giving as much as he could, but I knew he was holding back to save energy for his father. I took a breath and quickly rushed over to Sam, grabbing a hold of his arm and feeling his body naturally pull energy from me.
What are you doing?
Ending this together! Sam stared at me, causing his orb to falter, but as I passed my energy onto him, Sam nodded and focused back on Malix, concentrating his arm forward with both of his energy and mine. Malix would not win. I wouldn't let him. At last, the deadlock became pressed as Sam's orb pushed Malix's back, inch by inch, with each push getting stronger and faster. I could feel myself grow dizzy, but I didn't care. This was Malix's last stand.
What? No!
I glared hard at Malix as the clash between them became full of green energy, cutting through the devil's attack with ease. At last, the dragons reached their prey as the orb finally clashed into Malix's body, enveloping him in light.
No!
Yes. Sam and I held on to each other, letting go of the energy ray and covering our eyes, with Sam covering me with his arm. We dug our heels into the earth, struggling to stay in place as energy pushed us away from Malix. The gusts pressed and I rushed against our bodies until, at last, the wind stopped. Sam and I slowly lifted our heads to look over, wanting to see what had happened, what had become of Malix. There was no trace of him. The spot where he stood was charred, and smoke that rose from the ashes of the area danced in the air like rising dragons. We did it. We killed him at last. I crumpled to my knees, slamming my hands to the ground to keep myself upright and as I panted. I was worn out. If I had been out of energy before, I definitely was now. Sam quickly dropped down beside me, wrapping an arm around my shoulder and laying a careful hand on my arm.
Whoa! Are you okay?
I nodded, obviously lying, but I knew that we had more important things to worry about. Malix was gone, hopefully dead for real, and we were at the castle gates, ready to charge in and fight the Demon Lord. As Sam and I looked up, we both locked our sights on the window as a window exploding outward, with the figure flying out of it. As the figure flapped their wings and steadied themselves, they swooped back inside. Diana! I gripped Sam's arm and lifted myself up, knowing that we had to get inside.
You good?
Yeah, let's go. Sam nodded before taking my hand and rushing forward, speeding through the twists and turns of the castle toward a large archway leading up into the tower, where we could hear Diana and the Demon Lord fighting above. Sam and I raced up the stairs of the tower, hearing echo cries and clashes of steel bouncing off the stone walls. My heart began to race at the sound of weapons meetings. As the sound of weapons meeting stopped with Diana screaming.
Enough!
Sam and I finally reached the top, staring wide-eyed at the sight of the Demon Lord and Diana. The Demon Lord had Diana's throat in a hard grip as his other hand gripped onto her wings, his fingers digging into them roughly. We could barely react as the Demon Lord ripped them off of Diana's back by pulling Diana's body in the opposite direction. That still makes me flinch. The Demon Lord, basking in his success, lifted the torn wings to his mouth and let the blood dribble from the open wounds onto his tongue. I fought not to gag at the sight. Sam, however, shouted and made the room shake with his voice. His rage showed his feelings clearly, despite seeing the one who fathered him after years of separation.
Hey, shithead!
The Demon Lord instantly peered over, locking eyes on Sam's form as Sam began to step forward. Appeased with this new challenger, Demon Lord licked his lips and tossed Diana to his side. Diana landed with a hard thud and slid across the floor, slamming against one of the stone frames that kept the stained windows of the room together. Stained glass of the room together. On her back were two large open wounds that weren't healing or fading away into her body like I expected. Diana!
Go check on her. This bastard is mine.
Sam continued to struggle. Wow. I have such faith in him. Sam continued to walk forward as I nodded and rushed over to Diana. She struggled to push herself up onto her hands, falling back down on the floor in failure as I approached. I got you. Hold on. Before my eyes, a small white light flashed beside us, revealing Cero. He quickly looked around before he looked down at Diana and rushed to his knees beside her.
Isaiah!
I got onto my knees and helped Diana get up onto hers, seeing her worn and tired face. As she got up, she instantly fell to the side into Cero's arms. Cero quickly wrapped his arms around Diana and kissed her head, most likely trying to feed her energy to heal. Her back wounds, despite the energy, were still not closing. All across her body were slash marks and bruises from the intense struggle. But I already knew that she had put up a good fight. Now it was Sam's turn. The Demon Lord raised his arms to his side, visually challenging his new opponent with a wide smirk on his face and a scowl in his eyes.
So you wanna die too? I always knew you were a disgrace.
I've waited a long time to kick your ass.
Hello? Sam glared hard at the Demon Lord before reaching up and summoning his sword. As he did, flames began to quickly engulf his body, twisting and shaping into multiple dragons that brought surprise and fear into the Demon Lord's eyes.
You will burn and fall into the darkest depths of the abyss where you belong.
He looks so awesome, though. I love my dad in it, Sam. The Demon Lord, however, snarled and summoned his own blade, ready to battle. There was no more room to place threats. The blades would speak for them now. Sam and the Demon Lord rushed to each other, arcing their blades at each other. arching their blades at each other and slamming their swords together. As they clashed, red lightning and wildfire shot out from the impact between them. This did not deter Sam and the Demon Lord from slashing and swinging again at each other, pouring over and over with murderous vigor. It was like watching fireworks go off in a massive storm. The flames around Sam began to circle around him and the Demon Lord, forming an inescapable ring around them. This was going to be a battle to death by flame or by sword. Neither opponent seemed to hold anything back.
How? How did you get this power? It doesn't matter how! All you need to know is that I'm gonna use it to kill you!
The Demon Lord grabbed a hold of Sam's sword and kicked Sam's hand to make him release it. However, as the sword left Sam's hand, it vanished and reappeared in Sam's grip, as if it belonged there. Using the opportunity, Sam slashed at the Demon Lord and carved a deep line into the Demon Lord's chest. The Demon Lord stepped back, gripping his chest as, before my eyes, the skin around the wound began to burn and release black smoke. The Demon Lord snarled in reply, swinging his sword again at Sam.
You're dead!
The Demon Lord pummeled a barrage of slashes and swipes at Sam with his sword, only to be blocked and parried each time. I felt a hopeless smile grow on my face. We were going to win. The strange excitement of the situation filled my body with joy. I was going to go home and be with my family and friends and live in the human world. Sam and I were going to live happily ever after, and this was the door to get us there. We're going to go home. Sam and the Demon Lord jumped away from each other, glaring hard at one another as they began to circle each other.
Power of a dragon? You beat me? You don't fucking get it, do you? I don't just have the power of a dragon.
My eyes couldn't believe what I was seeing. A pair of wings wreathed in flame suddenly erupted from Sam's back, lifting him into the air. Sam's voice boomed through the air, filled with magic, rage, and power.
I am a dragon!
Hello. I forgot about that. Sam raised the sword, causing it to become engulfed by red and green flame, before swinging it down onto the Demon Lord. As it clashed with the Demon Lord's sword, a burst of flames erupted between the blades. Each block the Demon Lord had caused another and another to burst and to explode in sight. Sparks and flame licked violently against the skin as he tried to defend himself from the dragon that was Sam. Soon enough, even the Demon Lord couldn't defend it anymore. Sam knocked the Demon Lord's sword away, causing it to slide against the floor out of the ring of fire.
Now! It's over!
Sam swooped at the Demon Lord and jammed his blade into the Demon Lord's chest, making his resounding gasp of pain echo through the flames. The Demon Lord's eyes wavered, staring at the far wall as flames around them began to die out. Black and red smoke rose from the blade, dancing around the Demon Lord's body and dissipating into the air above.
Goodbye, old man.
Sam gripped the sword with both hands and yanked the sword out from his father's body, making the Demon Lord arch back before falling forward. Smoke continued to rise and engulf the Demon Lord's body, as if it was beginning to cremate itself after death. As the Demon Lord let out his last breath, silence at last engulfed the room, only to be interrupted by the sound of Sam's labored breathing. It was over. It was finally over. I could feel tears well up in my eyes as the situation sank into my body, causing me to place my hands on the floor, staring at the dark marble. We did it. We really did it. I looked at Sam, seeing him land softly on the ground while his wings vanished into the cloud of smoke. As he turned to me, I could see the exhaustion hit his body like a tidal wave. One step toward me brought him crashing down to his knees. Sam! Before I could even stand to run to him, Sam lifted his hand, laughing tiredly.
I'm fine. Calm down.
I relaxed for a moment, relieved to know that he was alright. I felt myself let out a sigh as I heard Diana chuckle beside me.
He wore you out that fast? You're not as tough as you look, brute.
Sam chuckled and raised a middle finger at Diana, curling his shoulders over himself as he tried to breathe and relax for the whole ordeal. I felt myself laugh as I took in the situation as well. The war was over. It was time for me to end. I think it will be the final episode tomorrow. Or, not tomorrow. The next one I'm going to record. Yay! It's going to be good. I will see you all then. And remember to leave like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye! Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.